And this is...
The Dad vs. Dad podcast.
Look at us go. How fun was that?
Yeah, pretty good.
Not even pre-planned.
Yeah.
How did you...
Right. We did all that pre-show prep. We didn't look at votes or anything. We'll do that in a minute. We'll talk about stuff. We'll have a chat. And then before we do mountains, we'll just talk about that. And then we'll cut that little bit out where we waste time looking
We're
up
not
stuff.
cutting nothing. This is all fresh, straight
It's
from
just
the
going to be
bands.
us looking at our phones for 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
that will be cut.
Enjoy. It's not that bad. I can talk about my feelings or your feelings.
Yeah, okay, you ramble while I look at all the things.
All right.
All right. Well, welcome back, Hungries.
Yes. It has been... Oh, my God. I just came off night shifts. And they were fun. It's funny. 12-hour shifts overnight is the most rewarding thing. You finish the shift and you're like, I did it.
Yeah.
There's ice on the window and you're like, that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
I did it. And then I got home every morning and went for a walk.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm a friggin' hero this week.
You are. That's really cool.
Yeah, and then I woke up this morning by accident really early. Like, just randomly. You know how you just like, your body clock goes, ding,
Yeah.
you're up.
Yeah.
So I got up and I went for another walk.
Yeah, nice.
I'm friggin' ripped.
That's so good.
Except we have these asshole kids around the street.
Yeah.
I had to make a police report because they're tying... So, okay, a week ago, they were throwing things at the road when cars drove past.
Gosh.
I couldn't pick what they were throwing. Anyway, so I turned around, like I cut into the next street and then I drove up and I parked and then I walked to the alley where they were hanging out and saw one of them hiding in like a carport and he quickly spotted me and ran off. And I'm like, oh, I know they're around here. I know they're all hiding. I can hear them.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I step out and I yell, they might freak out and attack me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get attacked. But also, what am I doing? Like, what was the goal here, Kevin?
Yeah.
You're just going to go and intrude. And like, so anyway, I was like, oi, you kids need to stop. You're going to kill someone.
Yeah.
Go home. And then I walked back to the car. Felt so big.
Such a hero.
Yeah. And then as I was driving to work on Wednesday, I see him tying a rope around, like, it was just string. It was just string.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was fishing wire or string, but either way, they were tying it from one side of the road to the other side of the road so cars would hit it.
God, such fuckwits.
And I'm like,
absolute pieces of shit.
yeah. So, as they were tying it, I pulled up on the side of the road and they fucking bolted.
Yeah.
And I saw the house they were going to, and I asked OP, hey, do you know this kid? He's like, yep, know the kid, know where they live. This morning on my walk past, there's two kids. I walked past one of their house, and I walked past the other one. Both of them live in, like, those junk yard houses.
Yeah.
Like, on the letterbox, it says no trespassing. You're like, oh.
Oh, probably a rental as well.
Well, it's probably not even a rental. It's probably a housing thing.
Yeah.
And these assholes are the kind of people who will walk out of the house with their phones. What are you doing on my property?
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm like, you know what? These kids live in squalor. It's just what it is. They're just those rat shit kids that I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Just kill them. Who's gonna care?
Well,
just their parents.
I did think that.
Oh, the parents probably relieved. Like, finally.
Finally. No, because they don't get the Centrelink check anymore. They're, oh, man, what am I going to have to pop out another?
Yeah.
So, I did make a formal report. Even though no crime's been committed, I'm like, you know what? It's potential that they're doing things that will cause damage to property.
Yeah, because the string might not affect. That's just kind of bing, like off if a car drives through it. But if a cyclist goes over it,
that's what I was
something,
thinking. I'm like, you know what? You're going to cause someone
or a runner, or
Could
anyway.
be anything. I mean, yeah. So I was, yeah. These kids are rat dogs.
Such fuckwits.
Oh, hate shit kids.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're the worst.
So that's been my week. I've been fighting crime and doing walks.
You are a hero.
Thanks. What
I've
about
had, well, my week's much whingier and whammy. But I ordered a guitar lately last week
you? Yeah.
with birthday money from Mum. Thank you, Mum.
Hey.
So yeah, pretty excited about that. Basically, a ukulele with 6 strings.
yeah.
Which,
You know, you can get... I was looking at guitars online, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I was looking at guitars and I saw a children's 6-string guitar and I'm like, is that a ukulele or guitar-lele?
No, it's not.
It's not.
And
okay.
there is also... There's travelling guitars as well, which are
Yeah.
about the size of children's guitars.
Yeah.
And only slightly bigger than the guitar-lele.
Yep.
I probably should have got one of them. No, I'll get one of them as well later because I'm keen to get back into guitar.
Did you get the guitar-lele?
No, so I got to Fishwick on like last Saturday or something,
Yeah.
but it was due on like the Tuesday. I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll wait, we'll see. But it was like Tuesday to Friday.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Okay, I'll leave it. Just waiting. Nope, not here today. Not here the next day. Not here the next day. I'm like, what's going on? Why is this
Not moving.
Just in Fishwick. Like they've lost it or something.
Ugh.
So I looked at all the details,
Yeah.
and the place that sent my package didn't put my unit number on the address. They've got the street name, but no numbers. So, like, you know, and no post office hasn't contacted anyone to be like, yeah, we've got this package. Where's it going?
So
they're
what
just like, I don't know.
So they left it there?
Well, it's just been sitting there. So I did the redirect thing. So now it's got numbers on there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be here on Monday.
I don't know why you didn't just drive out to Fishwick and go, hey, dickhead, I'm here.
Can you just go to the post office and do that?
I guess so. I mean, is it Mitchell? Because it's a post. It's like one of those things where they go to deliver, and if they can't get the person at home,
Yeah.
they keep it stored at the location.
Yeah, well, this one, it never went out for delivery after that because it's like there's nowhere for it to go.
Right.
You can't just take it to the street and just put it in the middle, hope it goes to the owner. Like, you know, the only way they could find out where it's going is to contact me or to contact the person who sent it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so dumb. Like, how... Why wasn't anything done about it? They're just like, yeah, I guess we'll just leave it there for all of eternity. Whatever.
So no one... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they get that all the time and they're just like, there's one guy whose job it is to filter through the shit.
It could be.
Although they would have known that you would have chased it up. You know what I mean? Like, people order stuff, and especially, like, I don't know, sometimes I leave stuff and I'm like, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. But if it's something I'm really excited about or,
Yeah.
like, I desperately need, I check that tracking. And if it's after, like, a day,
Yeah.
I go and
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck's my item?
Well, that's why I didn't follow it up until, like, yesterday, because that was the last day that it was expected to be due.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't coming. That's why I looked into it.
Especially because they give a, like, expected delivery and sometimes they get it early and you're like,
Yes, I was talking to a friend about it, and they had, like, the exact same thing
Yeah.
happen. That's why I followed mine up. Because they're like, oh, yeah, they didn't put the number on my thing.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, I wonder if that's happened to mine. It's weirdly the exact same thing.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'll be honest, Australia Post don't generally get things too right.
I don't get them wrong often.
not-
Like, mine's almost always right.
Maybe it's not Australia Post that I don't like. Maybe it's freight in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if I tick the leave it at my door thing, often they won't. They will if I'm at home, and they don't know that I'm at home. Like, they'll just leave it there, do a quick knock, and then they'll run. But if I'm not going to be there, I know I won't be there, and they'll send the message in the morning. Is it safe to leave it somewhere? I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I get home, and they got a little note. We've left it at the post office. Why?
Why did I
I
respond
told
to
you.
a text?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Although, maybe some delivery drivers know. I mean, your area.
My area's fine.
I'm not going to go into it.
I've had stuff sitting there for a day and doesn't go missing. It's fine.
Well,
my block is like the
it
safest
isn't
block.
really exposed. Your apartment isn't exposed to if something was at your door either.
Yeah. No, it's all...
You really have to climb the steps, look both sides, and you would maybe see it.
Yeah.
So, no, I get it.
And sneak past all the other apartments to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although one time I did have a package delivered to the wrong one.
Yeah.
Thankfully, outside their storage room, so I could see it as I drove past. Like, I wasn't sure if that was it, but it looked about the size of the thing, and it said it had been delivered. I was like, yeah, this is a bit...
I'm going to look at that.
I'm going to go have a look at it. Sure enough, I had my name on it.
Lucky.
But it felt like such a dodgy guy just looking at someone else's postage. And
But if it was someone else's, you can be like, hey, I just saw your package. Especially if they saw you.
I had a thing delivered. It said it was delivered, and it looked like it might be that. Anyway, it did turn out to be mine, and I got it.
Yeah.
It's toilet paper.
Hey. Was it in 2020? Because, my God. What was the thing there? Did people really think that COVID was going to cause diarrhea? Or was it the fact that they thought they were going to be stuck inside for years and they're like, I definitely don't want to... I won't find alternatives.
Yeah.
I mean, it is uncomfortable if you run out of toilet paper, but it's not like you can't just jump in the shower.
I buy toilet paper like once a year.
Do you?
Yeah, I get the big bulk. Here's 1 million rolls of it.
Yeah.
And it lasts a year. Well, I don't live with a female who's somehow uses a whole roll a day. I don't know how that works, but they do. And like, I get that they have to wipe when they pee as well, but...
Infinite markers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe. To be honest, I live in a family of 5. That's probably
so
why I go
a
through...
bit quicker.
Yeah, I go through many toilet papers.
But yeah, there was those panic, like, they didn't want to run out, so they back up to, like, shops could shut down, freaking out about that kind of thing. So, like, anytime there's a drama, they're like, we got to buy all this stuff. I don't know why specifically they panic about toilet paper that much.
Toilet paper and flour.
Yeah. And then, I find weird people who buy, like, a 4-pack of toilet paper ever. Why? Why are you buying just a 4-pack of toilet paper?
Well, yeah, I don't know why they have them.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, oh, I've got visitors.
Yeah.
I'll need to wipe.
Just get it in bulk.
Could you imagine the people?
And get Quilton, because it is the best toilet paper.
It is the best.
Although I have used that. I thought it would be crap. I think it's called Who Gives a Shit or something. And it's like this environmental one. I thought, oh, that's got to be garbage. But pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty soft and strong.
Okay. The one I've got at the moment, you know how, like, it's recycled paper?
Yeah.
You know it is because the colour of it's a bit browner and you're like, I don't know.
You see flecks of other colours in there. Yeah.
There's a bit of, like, a child's drawing. And, no,
just get Quilton.
Quilton is better.
Or Who Gives a Shit, try it.
And you know what? We waste so much money. The way that I think of it, it's like, I go to the shop sometimes and I'm like, I'm going to grab a drink.
Yeah.
It's like $5. I'm like, if I didn't grab that drink, I could have spent the extra $5 on the good toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd stopped buying the cheap butter, the margarine, and started spending it on proper butter because it's ultimately better.
Yeah, way better. And
I was like, why am I saving $3 when I just spend that $3 on shit anyway?
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like, you got to justify why you're buying the cheap shit, and you're like, well, I waste money on shit all the time.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's so hard to justify buying KFC now after doing all the budgeting. If you get, like, one KFC meal, that's like, whatever, $16 or something. Yeah. It's like, that could have been a whole week of meals. Like,
yeah,
really.
It's so infuriating.
Yeah. But yeah, instead of buying that, you could have got the fancy toilet paper. I hate Cottonelle toilet paper. It is the, like, softest one. Yeah. But it's too soft, I think.
Does it tear up your butt? It
balls up. Yeah, like, and it, like, gets all, like, tears up and all this kind of thing. Like, nah, not good enough. Quilton's, like, firm.
Firm?
Yes.
Firm and silk.
firm and soft.
but enough to grab.
Not too soft, but yeah, enough to grab.
Okay.
And enough not to burn.
Not single ply.
Oh, this is so many plies.
It's a book.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
Anyway.
You pierce one layer, you've got 365 pages left.
Yeah.
I've got a random news I just found, and
We can have a news, yeah.
I just thought, you know what, the title was enough to make me go, okay, that's
okay.
a thought.
Yeah.
So, woman refuses to shave her chest hair. Her chest hair, as it makes her feel sexy. Now, it doesn't determine whether this is she's a fucking hairy woman. Like, all over.
Yeah.
Legs and all. This is... Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's, Wolfman.
It is. I am,
I'm all for naturalists, but not...
I'm not bothered by leg care and stuff, actually. I don't like a big furry armpit's a bit off-putting, but
No, that's something.
oh, that is an off-putting chest. That is very off-putting. That's not going to show up. You'll have to send them, and I'll put it up.
Okay.
Wow.
That's...
And I get like
You know what it makes me think of?
if she likes it, that's fine.
You know what that makes me think of? Just like a fat guy. Like, you know, because if boobs are involved and there's hair, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, fat guy.
If it's... But, you know, if that was like... I don't know. That's not appealing.
No. But, you know, you do whatever she likes. Like, if she likes how that looks or feels, do it. Like, and, like, if you shouldn't necessarily do things specifically because you want to attract a mate. Like, that might put off a lot of potential mates, but, like...
Yeah.
You just got to find the one that likes it. Like,
To be fair, if anything was ever a they, them, that was it.
Yeah. Most people I know much prefer me having a beard.
Yeah?
But I hate the beard much. I'm a mo guy.
Yeah, I did see
now.
you got rid of the beard, and you've been sitting there pretty dirty for a while.
Yeah, now I'm mowy again.
Mowy.
All clean shaven.
Yeah.
I like shaving.
I don't mind I do like the mo.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's easier to draw.
Yeah, it's fun. It's easy for characters. Like, that's clearly Jeremy. That's Kevin.
Like, oh, because if we both have beards, that's too hard to distinguish.
It's too much. Like, there's the hair difference. But,
Yeah.
Um,
You're you're a character.
yeah.
You've created an image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone, Vera, she always like, I really miss the beard. Like, yeah, but I hate it. Such a not beard guy. Just don't like him.
I've asked the kids if they want a beard when they're older, and they're all like, "No way."
Nope, they want
Apart
moustaches.
from TJ,
Yeah.
was like, "I kind of want a moustache like Uncle Jeremy."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes. His moustaches are cool.
that pissed me off. I'm like, what's wrong with this?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I don't have any other news.
No, me neither. We're going to do that thing where you cut for a minute.
No,
so-
I'm going to talk about my feelings.
Okay, you talk about your feelings while I do this research.
So, I just wanted to express some... Man, that chest is off-putting. I've opened my tablet. It came up again. Ugh. Okay. Well, look, I don't have much to talk about. Actually, I don't really have anything to say. You might have to cut. It got weird. You put me on the spot. You should have prepared me.
I'm definitely not cutting now.
Oh,
Keep going.
All right.
Maybe sing him a song if you've got nothing.
All right. What See, and that's hard as well. You're putting me on many spots. I don't know. I told you I'm looking at stocks. See, but I don't know what the time to buy is. Like when to actually go, all right, I've got enough knowledge to put money in now. You need to say the word, don't nod. You need to say, yeah.
No, this is your part. This is your thing you don't want to cut.
You're making it very more uncomfortable than I need to be. So for the rest of the day, I'm going out for lunch. Going to go and have lunch with Mrs. I'm off work for the next 3 days, which is pretty nice. I get to go and just bloody do some things. There's a handmade market, so I've got a workmate who's going and helping out a friend there, doing some nice arts, which was really cool. I saw like some like Halloween-y type stuff. Yeah. It's the fact. You're just reading messages now, aren't you? You're talking to all your friends. You look
reading
like...
comments. Okay. And we're back.
Are you going to cut that?
Good job. No, you did awful, and I need people to know how bad you are.
It's so off-putting to just sit and talk at someone who's just staring at their phone.
No, you're not talking at me. You're talking at them.
I wasn't talking to them.
You're supposed to talk to them.
I was trying to, but I couldn't think. They're not there.
They're there. They're
well, they are
listening
now.
to
They
us.
are right. They are while watching
They're
this.
listening to this. They're
But
enjoying this. And now they're
It
going to
is
see
weird
you.
because right now they think that we are here, but they can pause us and stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, push pause, but then play again.
Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Just for fun. See how many people... Oh, I wonder if it'd show up in the algo where it's like, pause, played.
Yeah. So, that would be cool. Yeah, last week, our mountains were... Should we get into comments first? Let's dig into some comments.
I don't know. You just spent the past 20 minutes looking at your phone,
we're
researching all of this, so I have to sit there awkwardly, and now you're sitting there going, still unprepared.
All right, so here are some comments from last week's episode. And Kevin is actually going to prepare a drum roll for later for me announce who won the mountain last week. Not yet.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So
It shakes your camera, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So, yeah. So this one was on our video. It was a long one. Australia was very wet the last few years, which has caused the potato issues. That's why chips are going up.
Oh.
I think chip companies will just forget to drop the prices once potatoes come down. Chocky bars are $1 now when they're on special, so they're not immune to the inflation. My mum used to dip the fads in red dye to give us the authentic experience. Time blindness is definitely a thing. I'd call it more of a trait. It definitely comes down to personal responsibility to manage it, though. I deal with quite a few people who have time blindness, and they're always quite amazed when I suggest they set an alarm on their phone for the 10-minute break. Otherwise, they'd be there for 25 minutes plus.
Yep.
It's like no one has taught them the skills to deal with time. And we've got all those friends that are always late. Same thing. And like women generally have the ultimate time blindness. You ever been like, all right, we got to be somewhere at 2 o'clock. Okay. 5 minutes to 2. I better do my makeup or get dressed and have a shower and put my polish my shoes.
I will say that I'm very lucky to be with a female who, if we are going anywhere that day, she is like, done, ready,
that's
done.
really good.
She's so prepared.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a really... I love the fact that that comment wasn't just blurted once at the moment that they saw the thing, like Sue.
Yeah, it's like they were writing it as they were watching the episode and like...
Yeah, but like dot points on, I'm going to comment here. I'm going to say that, who was
They were
that?
taking notes. That was Stacey, not producer, a different one.
Well done. You know what? Good. analysis of the episode, if anything.
Yeah. Well,
You know
yeah.
what? We have an egg shortage at the moment, apparently.
I've heard about that, but I haven't seen crazy egg prices. I think that's an America thing.
No, I don't know.
I don't think it's here.
I don't know. I just asked if we had eggs yesterday when I got home, and after returning from the shop going, oh, do we not have eggs? And I was told, there's an egg shortage.
Yeah, that's in America, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
so I could have fucking gone and gotten eggs.
Yeah, there's eggs everywhere here. There's no egg shortage here. I'm almost sure of that.
Well, I was infuriated.
Yeah. So our mountains last week were fad diets and not enough toys with food.
Yep.
Some fad diets. Tank Yank commented, I have tried a few and the only truth I've found is that if it doesn't take sacrifice, it doesn't work. Even the surgeries require you to make a lifestyle change, or you'll eventually just put the weight on again. Definitely agree with this, Mountain.
Hey.
Poke the Sleeping Cat says, fad anything is gross. Fair. Not enough toys with food. Poke the Sleeping Cat says, I don't recall getting any toys in cereal. We really only had the cheap stuff when I was a kid. The most we could get was a lame card, I think. My Tarzos are still hanging around waiting for the perfect time to be sold.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the cards and things as well. Any kind of collectible. Doesn't have to be a toy. But
like even the cricket cards that came on like Weet-Bix.
yeah.
I mean, look,
Even that.
It was enough to be like, oh yeah, there's a thing here.
Yay, we beaks.
It's a bonus. Well, now, you know what I was thinking though? Now, what they generally do is they put a cutout mask on the box.
Yeah.
And my kid, Rusty, is always like, I'm going to keep this box. I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
fun. I'm glad they still at least do that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the things on the boxes.
Yeah, no.
We usually get Milo cereal lately, though.
Oh, how good's Milo cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real good. Anyway, drum roll. Who won? Fad diets.
Yay.
Killed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone liked that one. No one cares about the toys missing from their foods.
Well, they repress the memory.
Well, they
and-
probably all just get Happy Meals all the time to satiate that need. Or they just put the toys in themselves and pretend.
Maybe that's what you need to do. Okay.
Yeah, I might.
pop over your house sometimes and just like sneak little toys
I'd
in
really appreciate that.
in your pasta packets.
Yeah.
Hey.
I would like that a lot. Thank you.
All right.
So, yeah, that's how you win. So you get to go first.
Excellent. Now this mountain is a weird one. Actually, no, it's not at all. It's not weird. It's those moments. Okay, so let's say you have a function or an event
Yeah.
and it's yours. And you invite everyone you know. This is a special occasion. And so you've got your friends from like high school and college and people that you've met after. You know, there's your friend group.
Yeah.
Then there's your work friends. And then there's your family. And this is when worlds collide.
Right.
That's my mountain. Because there's that awkward, like, me and my friends know my humor. They
Yeah.
know it's quite dark.
Yeah.
We'll drop the R-bomb.
Yeah, because you've got different humors with different people. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'll sit there and I'll be like, you know, we'll joke about horrible things. But then you make that same joke to someone else and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry. You have to cut yourself off. There's no, like, it's almost like canceling yourself because you know that person might not like that.
Yeah.
And I've only met a handful of people who, no matter who they are or where they are, say the shit that whatever they want. And they're my favorite people.
I have quite a few people in my life who don't like the retard word.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mark Norman's stand-up. He released a new one.
Yeah.
Drops it like 50 times.
Yes.
But he says it like, he's like, I wouldn't call a retard an actual retard.
Yeah. No.
He's like, no, that would be rude.
it'd be awful.
And he's like, but then he goes on and he's like, but my friend, it's like, why'd you do that, you retard? Like,
Yeah.
so look,
But yeah, there's some people you joke around with different.
yeah. And it's that whole like, because I I won't go to work and talk about all the bands I enjoy. But when I'm talking to my friends, that's like our conversation. Did you see these guys are in town? Did you see that band? Oh my God, they released this song, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that we do. But no one at work cares about that shit.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I met a punk guy, and I'm like, he's like from the old punk days. So, you know, oh, Radio Birdman, they're cool. Oh, Iggy Pop, you know, like all the old stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, did you hear the new Parkway Drive? Or, you know. And then when family come into it, it's even harder.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, Kevy. Or Kev Revadoodlebug.
Yeah.
You know, all the shitty little nicknames that you're like, I don't want my friends to hear that.
Yeah.
But when you're at home, you're like, oh.
The podcast's a weird middle ground of filtration. Like, we talk about everything. We say everything, pretty much. We do, like, we probably censor ourselves a little more than we would in regular conversation. But we still talk about everything. Music, cars, stuff that you wouldn't talk about to everyone, but we're talking to everyone about these things.
It's weird because it is weird because I'm talking to you as if I would talk to you, but I'm not talking to these people who are listening that I'm talking to.
Yeah. Anyway, we've established now that you wear different masks for different people. That's a clear thing that you've established. What's this got to do with your mountain?
Well, that's the mountain.
What's the mountain?
It's when worlds collide. It's that awkward moment.
It's when your mum meets your friends?
No.
Oh, so it's not really when worlds collide.
It is. It's those environments where...
I thought you meant like a crossover event. Like when you go to a barbecue, you invite your friends and your co-workers. And you're like, oh, I don't know what jokes to make.
Yeah. It is
that.
It's that, but it's also... It's any moment where it's like... People come to an environment and they say stuff that you're like, oh, I don't want them to hear that. Oh, I don't want them to hear that. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to be involved in that.
So it is the crossover event that you're...
Crossover event.
Yeah, okay.
When worlds collide.
Yeah, but that can't happen often.
What?
This situation here is where it happens. We're talking to...
I'll tell you what. I don't mention this podcast to a lot of work people.
Yeah, I don't talk about it at work.
I have mentioned it, and like some people are like, "Oh, give that a go," and I'm like, "Don't."
Yeah, but I think a lot of the stuff we say on here and talk about, we know Mum listens. A lot of this stuff I wouldn't say around Mum or talk to Mum about.
Every time I drop the F-bomb, I'm like, "Oh, Mum,
yeah,
Mum's listening."
Yeah,
yeah. But you know what?
Talking about kinks last week and that kind of thing. Like, you know.
But I find it really weird because for years I wouldn't swear in front of Mum and Dad at all.
Yeah.
Like I was so uncomfortable with doing that.
Yeah.
And it was because, I mean, as we were kids, we were like warned.
Yeah,
don't
wooden
you
spoon.
Swear. Wooden spoon or take a bite of the soap.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think you did take a bite of soap.
I did take a bite.
I don't think any of us were ever actually hit with the spoon.
No.
It's just a threat.
No, Dad had the belt.
Sometimes the belt, and I was like...
But he never hit us with it.
No, because I'd look at that and like, that's not hard. A spoon's scarier. That's just a floppy thing.
You and your fucking logic, you're like, I could take that.
Yeah. Oh, that's not as scary as a wooden spoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but...
Although that's illogical because obviously you can whip the leather would hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, okay. I guess that's not really a problem.
You know,
it's not something we're going to deal with ever.
You know what?
You did not convince me that this molehill is a mountain.
You have never been to an event and invited to... That's because you don't give a shit about anything. That's because you and your autistic powers, you sit there and you're like, logic, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
See? Like, I've been to barbecues of yours and there's been an uncomfortable change of friends and family dynamic and you go, oh, this is shit.
Yeah. Like a certain fairly political mother-in-law and a certain very political friend who are like opposite spectrums of the political spectrum, but... both so insanely focused on their thing. So like they're both so extreme.
and
it's fun. It's
devastating.
wild.
But you're like, the repercussions of this could be really, really dramatic. And I don't want to be involved. But you're the one who invited both of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's intense and fun. Like, just so like, oh man. And they're like, their responses to things, just like, you guys are mental.
this is people.
Yeah.
This isn't online.
Yeah.
You can't really say that.
Such fun.
Get behind a keyboard. Come on.
So I like the crossover events. I like worlds colliding.
You're insane.
Right? Avengers.
I do love.
The other one. It's exciting when all these wildly different groups meet each other. Although, to be fair, like all the different superheroes, they're all the same guy. They're all the same. Yeah, we've all been on the hero's journey. We all start off weenie and...
Is this your mountain?
No.
What superheroes are the same?
Although I feel bad about my mountain. Are you done with your mountain? Because you're not convincing anyone.
Everyone.
Because this is maybe the biggest mountain in the world. Okay. Picture this. Bright sunny day.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, see?
Hey, that
Anyway.
was fun. Thanks.
You get an email on this bright sunny day. You're out sunbathing in your backyard. You look at your phone. Oh, a pay slip. Love getting paid.
Yeah.
Best. You look at your money you earned. Oh, I earned so much this week.
Yeah.
You scroll down a little further. Oh, the government took so much this week. My mountain is income tax.
That is a fun way to do that.
Yeah. See? Worth it. So income tax, for those who don't live on Earth, is money that the government takes from you for earning money.
Yes.
It's like a punishment.
Well-
You earned money. We need some of it. There's a lot of other ways the government can make money through various taxes and things.
When the government wastes so much fucking cash on douchebag workers that do nothing.
Yeah, the government needs a lot less money so that they can budget more correctly. They don't need all this money for spending on these ridiculous organizations and groups and things, which are just for pointless shit. They need to reduce their whatever. And income, so it's tax season. People are doing their tax returns and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this year, they've lowered the HEX debt threshold thing. Like, it used to be like when you study, you take out a government loan.
Yeah.
That you don't pay back until you're earning like
it was
a
65.
good amount.
65.
Yeah, like 65,000.
Yep.
Like, so like you obviously studied, you got a career now, probably.
Yep.
You're earning the money, you can pay it back.
Yep.
Now it's, I don't know exactly, I think it's like 20 something.
What?
Yeah. It's really low. It might be
What?
30 something, but it's still, it's low. It is low. Like minimum wage guys are now like, yeah, you got to pay it back now. Like we're in like this cost of living scenario.
We are in the
cost of
worst
living
position.
going up and up and up. And now anyone who's studied ever, if they did a pointless degree that won't get them a good job, and they're on minimum wage struggling, now you got to pay it back.
I have no idea how anyone going through hardship functions in today's world.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because it's like, so we don't accommodate for people who are on job seeker in the rental market in the ACT. You will not find a house that you can afford to live in unless you lie on the application.
Yeah. And
even then, it's like, okay, well, even if you were the best budgeter in the world, we still don't accommodate you.
And you know, even those people on Centrelink,
Andy.
they pay tax on the money that they're getting from the government. That counts as an income and they're paying for that.
This fucking cat's going to ruin my life.
Yeah, we're about to lose speakers and things.
Andy, come on, bud. Come on. Nope,
now, there is a tax-free threshold. I think it's like 18,000 or something. So you're not taxed on that amount. It should really be significantly higher.
Yeah.
Like, something like people on the average income in Australia,
Yeah.
they contribute something like, it's like 2 or 3% to the total income tax for Australia. So if
Yeah.
we just, everyone on the lowest and below average income,
Yeah.
if we just didn't tax them, that would be a huge, huge improvement on their life. Like that bit extra money that they have each week
Yeah.
make a huge difference and would make this much impact on the
it's
Australian
like,
government.
Well, it's like
it's
$200 less in their, $200 more in their paycheck
yeah,
compared to the, like I'm in a job where at the moment I pay like 400 to 500 in tax every fortnight.
Yeah.
I think, if not more.
yeah,
I did overtime once, and it was literally $1,000,
yeah,
and it was insane.
yeah.
But it's like, well, I'm in a position where I can technically sacrifice that, but at the end of the day, I'm like,
What a huge impact that would be on your life if you weren't paying that. You could easily save to buy a house. Like,
Yeah.
this is a massive, massive difference for people who are living below the average income.
but okay, now
And the contribution of those people below the average income,
yeah,
I did work it out once. It is like 2%. Like,
yeah,
2%, this tiny little slither of money that the government's getting
yeah,
just to make life so much harder for the average Australian.
and
It's
then you
crazy.
consider like the projects that the government does that throws money in the, they're just like, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh well, like
We spent $1 billion trying to get this thing working. It
well,
doesn't work.
wasted time on phones and everything.
Yeah.
Like, okay, your KPIs, that's fine, whatever. But then it's like the simple thing of like, okay, well, we're going to try this project. And 3 months down the track, that project is, oh, look, it didn't work out for us. That's still time wasted, money invested into the project.
Yeah.
And then it's just scrapped.
Yeah. And
So-
if the government had a lot less money coming in, they'd have to be a lot more careful with their spending. They'd have to be stricter with
would.
who they're hiring and that kind of thing.
Yep.
They'd only hire the best people instead of
Yep.
just these garbage humans who are just there to waste time and get income.
I saw
Like,
another
it's-
thing that was like 36,000 more jobs in Australia. I'm like, to be honest, the people who are on low income are generally the crazies you don't want working. Like a lot of the people, I mean, that's not everybody, but there's a lot of people that I've met that are on low income or on Centrelink payments that I'm
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't hire you.
Yeah.
You're the shittest. You wake
Yeah.
up at 2 p.m. every afternoon
Yeah.
and then stay up till 5 playing video games or, smoking pot or
Yeah.
just like
The
losers.
dregs.
Like, yeah, the dregs. Like, yep, that's the guy I want employed.
Yeah. And yeah, it's I mean, obviously it's not a thing that we can fix, but it's a huge problem. And so this tax return this year,
Yeah.
what I'm really happy about would have been like spot on. I would have got like nothing back,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yep.
Paying the right amount of tax through the year. If you're getting tax back, it means you gave the government an interest-free loan
Yeah.
for the year. That money could have been going into your own investments or into your high interest bank account or anything like that. But instead, you gave it to the government just to have for free. There's no interest on the money you gave them. I know people who actually put more money into their tax so they have a bigger tax return.
And
it's just crazy.
I'll get more money at the end of the year. You could put that in a bank account.
Yeah.
You could put that in investments.
Because of the new HEX laws and everything, now I owe them like $2,000.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Which some people would pay immediately. It's like, no, you've got months to pay that. Like, I could pay it right now, but that would be dumb. That money can be sitting in a bank account earning me interest, and then I'll pay it at the last minute.
I wonder if you can if you can dispute it based on low income.
No, because they've lowered the income.
Those bastards.
They've lowered the bracket
How
for the
the
hex thing, which is, that's the worst
that
time to
is-
drop it.
So I've got a huge issue with the way that the government's running things at the moment. When
Yeah.
you live in a position of, like, in the ACT especially, when hardship is so high, expense cost is much higher. I have a friend from work who moved up from Melbourne
Yeah.
who has to earn an additional $20,000 just to meet the demand of Canberra, right? Then there's all the mental health stuff, right? Mental health in the ACT is horrific because as long as you're not killing yourself, we'll let you go. And even if you are killing yourself, we'll put you in this place for a couple of weeks. But they'll let you walk out the door.
Yeah.
They'll still be like, yeah, go have a ciggy break. We'll see you in 2 hours.
Yeah. See,
There's-
if they were investing money in people who dealt with that instead of a board of members who decide, I don't know, what colour street shines will be, or like,
Yeah.
you know, if they were like hiring skilled people who get at dealing with mental health and that kind of thing, that would be a good use of the government's money. Instead of just this garbage, just this shit that they do.
Yeah.
It's so pointless.
Very... they need to almost government the government.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, we
someone
need
has to
another one.
step in and go, you guys are doing this wrong.
Yeah.
And the problem is, though, we keep voting it. We keep going in and going, this is what we
Well,
want.
no, I refuse to vote. There's no point. It doesn't matter who you're voting in. They're all going to do dumb shit.
Then maybe...
If someone comes in and they're like, we're going to abolish almost the entire public service, we're going to do away with all that, and basically...
And you know what? It wouldn't work because the public servants be like, don't take my job.
and we're not taxing the average Australian. And, like, there are other ways, like, they say you could put it towards, like, you know, the big thing. And they talk about tax and all this, like, who's going to build the roads? Like, whatever. Well, you
Yeah.
get tax, like, and that's a
hang on.
tax I'm fine with.
Hang on.
Yeah.
There are roundabouts in Amaroo
Yeah.
that we have driven over and the potholes are like 30 centimeters deep.
They've gotten really bad last few years. 'cause
Really fucking bad.
Canberra used to have, like, the best roads. If there was
Yeah.
done in, like, a week later.
Yeah.
So there's, like, always roadworks on, but the roads are nice. But, yeah, lately...
No, not anymore. And you know what? It's a real, like, especially this one roundabout in Amaroo.
Yeah.
This one roundabout on either side, there is potholes like 30 centimeters deep, 30 centimeters wide. And it's like they repair it and then a week later it's damaged again.
Yeah.
And people just go, our taxes, it pays for the roads.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
and
These
actually-
assholes aren't repairing the roads, and the money that they're spending on the repair on the roads isn't functioning.
We can have a look at where our tax money went. I've got
Please do.
my exact breakdown of where my tax dollars went. And 'cause, like, the thing with, like, the roads and that, okay, that doesn't have to come out of income tax. There's rego. People who use the roads pay for the roads. That's what your registration is. Anyway, so most of it went to welfare. So some of it came back to me.
So, how much did you earn in welfare this year then?
How much did I pay? I don't know. It just doesn't show me the earnings. This just tells me where my tax dollars went. So, like,
Okay.
$3,000 went to welfare. It does have a breakup of that, like age, disability, families, unemployed, other,
Yep.
and whatever. Then health. A lot of that went to health,
Okay.
hospitals and stuff, I
Your
guess.
health?
Maybe.
Well, they just did the build on the new North Canberra stuff.
Defense.
Okay.
They did just recently, I think they built, there was something controversial. The government bought, like, a submarine or a boat or something that wasn't great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I helped pay for that. Education is real close to that, actually.
Yeah.
That I'm okay with, some money going towards education. We want kids to be educated enough to realise income tax sucks. We got to destroy the government.
But they're not teaching that in the schools that
General
we have.
public services,
Yeah.
interest on government debt, which it says here, government debt, $887 billion. last year, 895 billion. So they've made a bit of a dent. It's quite a debt they've got.
Maybe that's what they're trying
See,
to.
they stop doing dumb shit with our money.
You know what? If you
Give us back our money and stop doing dumb shit with it.
For one, if you want your people to study, don't put a debt on it. Okay? If you take away the debt, people will go and do the study, and they will make your country better because they've learnt the skills to make your country better.
Yeah.
In which case, you'll have a functioning world. But if you turn around and go, no, it's going to cost you this much, and these people are like, oh, I really can't afford to do that. And when I can't afford to eat, or like I've got to choose between feeding the kids or petrol in the car, they're not going to be like, let's add an X debt.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't, it's not feasible. It's not functional.
Yeah.
Oh, these people are fucking idiots.
And yeah, you know, transport and communication. I guess buses and crap probably. Oh, and, you know, the roads, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and all the tram that's doing really well.
Industry assistance. What industries? That's not really clear. Is that like, you know, I don't know, these manufacturing things, these big factories earning millions of dollars, let's give them more money to help make it easier to make stuff.
Industries, unless it's those, like, you know, tax... What? It's like small business tax.
Yeah.
Where they like don't have to pay a certain tax because they're a business, unless they're a big business.
And
or
here's fuel and energy is an interesting one. Is that the fuel and energy the government's using, like on their buildings and their cars and stuff?
Because we already fucking pay that.
Is that what that's for? To get them around? I don't know. Public order and safety, police. It's pretty low, actually. Housing and community. Oh, I'm reading these in order as well, by the way. It's like what I said first had the most money. Housing and community, recreation and culture, immigration, and then actually quite a big one that's they sneak down the bottom. Other purposes.
What? What other
other purposes? Well, just other stuff, you know.
I wonder if you were to get in touch with the taxation department. We should call them and just say, hey, I just want to know, just looking at the breakdown, what is other purposes?
Well, there is a star next to it, actually. Includes transfers to state, local government, and other economic affairs. So that's the bullshit they put it on. And that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fifth highest thing they spend money on is the bullshit stuff. It's the...
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's at a point now where people really should be saying, you know what, if...
There's nothing we can do except for vote, right?
No, think about it this way, right?
Yeah.
Think about it this way. My money that I earn, I choose how to spend.
Yeah.
Okay? My money that I have to pay the government, they choose how to spend.
Yeah.
But the way that they're spending it, if you were giving, like, you know how you can do those donations and they decide, and you can say, but I want you to spend it on this.
Yeah, this disaster.
You should be able to nominate what your tax percentage goes to.
Yeah.
Because if you as an individual believe this is higher than this, then you can say, I want to prioritize this, and this. And as a government, they should actually turn around and go, all right.
Now, that could be good and bad, because you could get a lot of people who are like, no, I want all of my taxes going to animal welfare. Like something that's even more pointless. Because a lot of people, they don't think about all this stuff. They'll all want it to go to something dumb. And then industries that need it.
No, I'm not saying we get to decide what we spend it on like a charity. Yeah. I'm saying with the government's list of what they need to spend money on, we need to be able to say, I want to put more, I want these to be the priority based on the money that I'm giving you.
Now, this is effectively what voting is. You're choosing who's deciding where that money goes. And it doesn't make a huge... Either way, they're spending it on dumb shit. There's no one you're going to vote in...
that will actually spend your money correctly.
Yeah, it's impossible. Yeah. That's why... Don't vote. Don't bother. They're all just going to waste your money anyway.
No, but you know what? It's criminally listed if you don't vote.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I never vote. And I get my little fine and I pay my little fine. It's like $20 to not vote. That's a bargain.
That's an additional $20 that you have to pay the government
Yeah.
when you can go and donkey vote.
No. Waste of time. You know, to go to the thing, wait in line for 2 hours, do your vote.
What if you
That
walk in
is-
with a shirt that says, I'm going to
That's-
donkey vote?
That's 2 hours of my life to pay $20 to avoid that, that's $10 an hour I'm saving.
Yeah, okay.
But that's, whatever.
To be honest, the way that I spend
But
my time, I could probably
actually-
go stand in a line.
I got last year, I did vote. I did my first ever vote
Yeah.
because they sent me a letter,
Yeah.
like if you need to do a mail-in vote for whatever reason. Like there was a list of reasons. And I was like, yeah, let me do the mail-in vote. And I ticked the box, send me the thing, send me the form, I'll do it. And so they sent me the form. I just wrote donkey, or no, I wrote something like that. Or not voting, or waste of time, or something like that.
Yeah.
And did the mail-in thing. So I didn't get the fine.
Because you did
I did the
actually,
mail-in
because
vote.
you registered to vote.
I did.
I will do that.
Yeah,
You know what though?
you can. Unless you care about stuff and you think, I want this guy to be the
No,
Prime Minister.
I genuinely, I'm getting really frustrated with the way that things are going in Canberra at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially with the way we spend money, the way that we treat our mental health system.
Yeah.
Like, I just think Canberra and the government has a lot to answer for that's not being addressed and that needs to be prioritized. I get it. They got a big job, but honestly,
Let's run. Can you run as a duo?
I don't know. We should. The Edwards
we
Bros.
want to be the Prime Minister
We'll
together.
cut that. We'll cut the Edwards Bros.
There should be a dual Prime Minister. 2 people.
Yeah. You reckon?
2 kings.
Maybe-
All right, let's try this.
Ooh.
We're going to register to abolish the public service and reduce taxes.
I've got many friends who will be so on board. Brett is like, they need to get in and pull out the shitheads.
He would be an anti-government guy.
But he also is just the angriest guy ever sometimes. So, like, he would just get in there and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, he can be our Secretary of State. I don't know what that is or what they do.
I'd have to
Sounds
fire
important.
him. I'd have to fire him. He'd get too shitty. He'd cause like a internal problem. I'd be like, look, I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. And then, no, I wouldn't fire Brett. We'd hang out.
Anyway, this is a very long episode because taxes are the worst. We can't shit on them hard enough. Anyway, that's my mountain.
I'm
income
pissed off
tax.
because it fucking is.
What was your mountain? When worlds collide.
Irrelevant.
All right. Bye,
How
Hungries.
dare you bring in a real mountain? We're dads.
You can vote and all that. Links in the description. We're not even going to say it. Links in the description this time. I don't think I put them in the last episode.
Oh, you're a piece
but I did
of
the
shit.
episode before.
You're a piece of shit.
So I know I'm the worst. Bye, Hungries.
Everyone's
Yeah.
talking about Sinead O'Connor dying.
I love how like I heard the news, and then every single picture I saw was just a random boiled actor or character or something. It's R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Someone had Krillin.
That's awesome.
Oh, so good.
All right. All right, let's go. Give me your mountain. Sorry for that interruption.
The worst time. My mountain is income tax. This is the money that government feels like. Wait, can I start all over again? Because it was the interruption and I had a fun way I was going to bring it in.
All right, well, let's not cut that. Don't cut it, though.
I'll
don't
put it
cut
on at the end.
Don't cut it. Well, don't cut it, though. Hey, Andy.
Yeah,
Just
I'll cut it.
casually fucking up my chair.